going to school and getting a certificate is one thing, while learning a survival skill that rhymes with our ever-changing world is another thing. There was a time when a college degree was a golden ticket, a piece of paper that promised a future of stability, respect, and success. But something changed. Today, thousands of young people graduate every year, yet most of them struggle. They were told education would secure their future, but instead, they find themselves lost. They find themselves unemployed or underpaid. They find themselves stuck. They find themselves out of ideas. I'm talking about certificates. I'm talking about the pieces of paper we've been told our entire lives would depend on. But what if they don't? How many of us have certificates today after spending 6 years in primary schools, 6 years in high schools, and another 6 years in universities to obtain degree and master's certificates only to come back and pressure our old retired parents? A quick disclaimer here. I'm a strong advocate for education and learning. Don't get the message twisted. Go to school. Learn, but never depend on that piece of paper. But learn a survival skill alongside it. I know this might sound controversial. I know some of you might already be typing in the comments, but education is everything. And trust me, I get it. I used to believe that too. But today, I want to talk about why education and certificates are no longer what we should depend on. And I want to speak directly to the youth, the ones who are feeling the pressure, the ones who are questioning whether they're on the right path. This is for you. Let's rewind for a second. Think about the world just 20 years ago. The internet was still growing. Social media didn't dominate our lives. AI was something you only saw in sci-fi movies. Fast forward to today, and the world is unrecognizable. Jobs that existed 10 years ago are gone. New jobs we couldn't have imagined are here. And the pace? It's not slowing down. Here's the hard truth. The system we grew up in, the one that told us to study hard, get good grades, earn a degree, and then land a secure job, it's outdated. It was designed for a world that doesn't exist anymore. And if we keep depending on that system, we're setting ourselves up for disappointment. Let's talk about the illusion of security. We've been sold this idea that a degree or a certificate is a golden ticket, that it'll guarantee you a job, a career, a life of stability. But how many of you know someone with a degree who's struggling to find work? How many of you have heard stories of people working jobs that have nothing to do with what they studied? I'm not saying education is worthless. Knowledge is power. But the way we've been taught to pursue it? It's broken. We're spending years of our lives and thousands of dollars on degrees that might not even matter in the real world. And by the time we graduate, the world has moved on. The skills we learned are already becoming obsolete. The rise of skills over paper. Here's the good news. The world is shifting. Employers aren't just looking for degrees anymore. They're looking for skills. Real, tangible skills. Can you solve problems? Can you adapt? Can you create? These are the things that matter now. And the best part? You don't need a certificate to prove you have them. Think about it. Some of the most successful people in the world today didn't follow the traditional path. They didn't rely on certificates to validate their worth. They focused on building skills, on creating value, on solving real-world problems. And that's what you need to do too. I know how much pressure you're under. I know how it feels to be told that your entire future depends on your grades, on your degree, on your certificates. It's exhausting. It's overwhelming. And it's not fair. But I need you to hear this. Your worth is not defined by a piece of paper. Your future is not determined by a certificate. You are so much more than that. You have ideas, passions, and talents that no degree can ever capture. And it's time to start believing in that. So, if education and certificates aren't the answer, what is? It's you. Your ability to learn, to adapt, to grow. It's your curiosity, your creativity, your resilience. These are the things that will carry you forward in this new world. Don't get me wrong. Certificates can still be useful. They can open doors. But they're not the end goal. They're just one tool in your toolbox. The real power lies in what you can do, not what you can show. So, here's my challenge to you. Stop chasing validation. Stop waiting for a piece of paper to give you permission to succeed. Start building. Start creating. Start learning the skills that matter in the real world. And most importantly, start believing in yourself. The future belongs to those who can adapt, who can innovate, who can create value. And that can be you. But only if you're willing to let go of the old rules and write your own. Education will always matter, but the way we approach it has to change. Certificates will always exist, but they can't be the only thing we depend on. The world is changing, and it's time for us to change with it. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep playing by the old rules? Or are you ready to create your own path? The choice is yours, and I can't wait to see what you do with it. Your future is not a certificate. It's you. The power of adaptability and lifelong learning. In a world that's evolving faster than ever, adaptability is the new currency. The ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn is what separates those who thrive from those who struggle. Certificates may give you a foundation, but they won't teach you how to navigate the unpredictable twists and turns of the modern job market. The truth is, the skills that got you here won't necessarily take you there. The world rewards those who are curious, who are willing to step out of their comfort zones, and who are constantly upgrading their skill sets. It's not about what you know today. It's about how quickly you can learn what you need to know tomorrow. Your journey, your rules. This isn't about dismissing education or devaluing the effort you've put into earning your certificates. It's about redefining what success means to you. Success isn't a one-size-fits-all formula anymore. It's about creating your own path, one that aligns with your passions, strengths, and the realities of the world we live in. You don't have to follow the crowd or stick to the script. You have the power to rewrite the rules, to build a future that's uniquely yours. So take that first step. Learn a new skill, explore a passion, or start that side hustle. The world is waiting for what only you can bring to it. If this message resonates with you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the subscribe button and join this community of forward thinkers who are redefining what it means to succeed. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this today. It might just be the push they need to start their own journey. Together, let's build a future where skills, creativity, and adaptability take center stage. The old system may have worked for some, but it's leaving too many behind. It's time to redefine success on your own terms. Success isn't just about landing a high-paying job or climbing the corporate ladder. It's about finding fulfillment, making an impact, and creating a life that feels authentic to you. Whether it's through entrepreneurship, creative pursuits, or mastering a skill that sets you apart, the power to shape your future lies in your hands. Don't wait for permission. Start now and let your actions speak louder than any certificate ever could. Remember to subscribe and share this video. You may just save some lives.